Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Here are your directions for today. So I am in the cohort A classroom, but all three of you, cohort A, cohort B, and remote, are all doing the same activity today. So I'm just going to kind of walk through exactly what you'll be doing. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to watch this Ed puzzle on order of operations. We talked about order of operations in the beginning of the year. It's something that you learned in sixth grade, but you're going to go through and you're going to watch that video and answer the questions as you're going through the video. So remember, order of operations, we're using that phrase PEMDAS, parentheses first, then exponents, multiplication, division. Division left to right, addition, subtraction left to right. Okay, so the video is going to just go through a couple order of operations problems, and you'll follow along with the video. So that is the first thing. The second thing you're going to do is this Desmos activity, this open middle problem, and this is kind of our usual Wednesday kind of problem solving activity. So you'll get to this activity. And it'll prompt you to type in your name. Make sure you're typing your first and last name so you get credit. And then it's going to bring you to 5 different challenge. Well, the last one's kind of seeing what other people came up with. Okay, but the first one is closest to 0. Okay, so you're going to drag a digit into the box, evaluate your expression, try to find the result closest to 0. So you're going to kind of just like play around with these numbers a little bit and see if you can get an expression closest to 0. I'm literally, just for the sake of this video, because I don't want to give you guys, any answers, I'm just going to go right in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm dragging them into that box. Okay, so then looking at this from an order of operations standpoint, I would read this as 1 times 2 to the third minus 4 times 5 plus 6. So the first thing I would do here, get my pen out. First thing I would do here is my parentheses, right? So I see 5 plus 6, so I have 11, and then I would just kind of like rewrite everything else. Sorry if this is a little bit sloppy. Minus 4 times 11. All right, so now I see I have multiplication left, I have exponents, I have subtraction, and I have multiplication. Well, I already did parentheses, so next would be my exponent. So I'm going to ignore the multiplication right now. 2 to the third, remember, doesn't mean 2 times 3, it means 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, so 2 to the third power is going to give me 8 minus 4 times 11. All right, so now I have multiplication, subtraction, and multiplication. So I'm going to do both of my multiplication problems before I subtract. So I know 1 times 8 is 8, and 4 times 11 is... this is so sloppy. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to write on my trackpad. All right, so remember, multiplication comes before addition and subtraction. So now I'm left with 8 minus 44. This is what we just got doing with adding and subtracting integers. So I'm starting up at positive 8 and jumping back 44 units. Okay, so I could rewrite that as 8 plus negative 44. All right, so I have 8 positives and 44 negatives. So I definitely have more negatives than positive. How many more? 36, which would be my final solution to this. Now, the object of the activity here is to get a number that is close to 0. Now, I would argue, negative 36 is a little bit far away from 0. So I would maybe want to try to kind of, rearrange these numbers so I get a number that's closest to 0. So for example, I see that the last thing I'm going to do is subtract. So maybe I want to make sure that this, number is a lot bigger than this number. So when I, find the difference, I'm getting, a smaller number closest to 0. Or maybe I see this exponent here. I don't want to raise it 3 times because that means I'm going to be multiplying something, a lot of time, so maybe I want a smaller exponent. I know I'm going to be multiplying here, so maybe I want this number to be a little bit smaller. Play around, try and get as close to zero as you can get. Once you think that you've done it and you are as close to zero as you can get, then move on to the next one. All right, next one, closest to 100. So now you're kind of going the opposite way. Now you want to make a bigger number. Okay, this one, that you have one that's already set up for you. Adam is making a claim. Morgan is responding. So you're going to tell me who do you think is correct there. Same thing with number 4. Who do you think is correct here based on that claim? And then again, kind of like that adding integers robot challenge, you have a chance to kind of make your own challenge at the end here, and you'll see other people in your class that are doing the same thing, and you can kind of play around, try other people's challenges, and other people can try yours. Okay, guys, so that is it. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in class either tomorrow or Friday. Have a good one, guys. See you later.